Hello there, welcome to this really special design masterclass with me, Carol. I'm with you for the next hour, and we are joined today by the immensely talented Rachel Norris. How are you doing, Rachel?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you, Carol. Thank you.
This is going to be so exciting.
Oh, I know, we've got so much to show you
today. I can hardly see you through all the busts of jewellery we've got here. This is a design masterclass with a difference, because you are going to see and be inspired by Rachel's incredible designs today, but we also have a very, very special offer for you as well. Over the last few days, you may have received an email from JewelleryMaker regarding Rachel's brand new incredible wirework DVD. We're lucky enough to have this with us in the studio today. This is a very, very different design masterclass, like I've already said, because we're going to start off by talking about this incredible DVD, talking about what's inspired Rachel to create this amazing DVD. Rachel, it's a double DVD you're going to be getting here, isn't it? And I know that you wanted to show how you're inspired in your wirework by natural forms, didn't you?
Absolutely. I love making flowers and dragonflies and natural forms of nature, and I just wanted to put it all down into a DVD so other people could learn to make these. I mean, we filmed 8 hours of filming. We had to get down to 2 hours, so we crammed it all in as much as we could, and on that DVD I've got really, what I've done is I've broken it all down into segments, so it's not too scary. Some of those necklaces are really quite big pieces.
Yes, they are, yes.
And these are sort of wedding pieces, special day pieces, but you can use the elements to make individual brooches and pendants and little elements on other pieces that you're going to make. So I've broken it down into segments of flowers and dragonflies and bees and leaves, and you can show how to make the individual components up, and then I do the whole necklace assembly, and I show how to make the twisted coil sides, the clasps, how to make the structure for, in particular, the blue aquamarine and beryl necklace,
yes,
the topaz necklace, and I show how to make the actual formation and final finishing. So you work your way through the whole formation of the pieces with me, and I do that step by step. And if you have any issues or problems, or you want to come back to me, I'm there on my Facebook page to help as well. So if you find you get stuck at a stage, please message me and I'll help out. That's because fantastic. Obviously 2 hours, we're packing it all in, there may be something you want a bit of help. I'll be there as well to help you out.
You see, this is a very, very different DVD in the fact that you can get those individual components, you can be inspired by as much of this DVD and then buy as much of these designs as you want to and make it your own, make it yourself. Now, we're going to bring you the price for this incredible DVD. You may have already got this DVD through the email offer which we've had on JewelleryMaker very recently, but for those of you who haven't taken advantage of that, this is your deal today for this incredible double DVD. Now, for less than £15, you are going to be getting 2 hours worth on a double DVD. This is beautifully presented, a beautifully presented DVD. A fantastic bit of information on the back there about Rachel, who is an award-winning designer. What I love so much about this DVD, Rachel, is what you've actually just discussed. The fact that you show how to make individual components, such as, if I can pick some of these up, such as the dragonfly. You learn how to make these individual components so you can then include them into larger pieces of jewellery. You can include them into, make them into brooches, into hair slides. You can really make them your own pieces. Having that knowledge to be able to make these little individual pieces, Rachel, it's just going to inspire so many people in so many different ways, isn't it?
It's such good fun, and they're quite basic techniques in themselves, but it's just the adaptation and the formation of the design, working through in steps, is what I'm going to try and help with this DVD. It's aimed at sort of intermediate and advanced people who want to develop their skills, but if a beginner wants to have a look and see the potential that wirework can bring, and attempt some of the designs when they feel ready, and not be too worried if it doesn't go quite right first time, and just then progress and progress with their skills, there's designs that they can work on as well.
Yeah, this is
so. You know, I just hope that it inspires people to make these beautiful pieces.
It undoubtedly will do, Rachel, because I think as Rachel said, it's generally aimed at intermediate to advanced wire workers. However, whatever your wire work level, we can all be inspired, and we can all aspire to make beautiful pieces like this. This necklace, for instance, here, which is one of the central pieces from the this is one of the central pieces from
yes,
the DVD, isn't it?
Yes.
And you've got different components here. You've got the leaves, you've got the roses, you've got these beautiful dragonflies as well, and you've also got the twists of wire as well. And these are all separate techniques which feature on the DVD. So yes, to look at, it's a very, very intricate piece of jewellery that might be quite daunting when you first look at it, thinking, how on earth am I going to make it? But what this DVD offers you is step-by-step stages, so you can compile all those individual components to make these pieces. And Rachel goes into huge amounts of detail on the DVD. And if you're ever stuck, if you're ever stuck with a certain at a certain point of a technique, then you can always contact Rachel via Facebook. You can always contact JewelleryMaker, and we will pass any comments on to Rachel as well. You're never going to be on your own with this.
No, I'm happy to help.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rachel, because it's good to know you've got that kind of aftercare, because these are very, very adventurous pieces, beautiful pieces, and pieces which we can all aspire to make as jewellery makers. Now, that is your deal today. You can give us a call on our free phone number, which is 0800 6444 655, or get involved on our website, jewellerymaker.com. Just do bear in mind, this is a double DVD. This is 2 hours worth of tuition. How much would you pay for a 2-hour private lesson with a top acclaimed jewellery maker? It's less than £15 for this incredible DVD today. It already has been very, very well received by those of you who've taken advantage of the email offer, and I know that it's going to be very well received, especially with this in this design masterclass as well. And this is going to be one of those DVDs that everybody is going to want to own. It's going to be on everybody's wish list. So do make the most of it now. Now, we are going to be joining Rachel in just a few moments to have a look at techniques which relate very strongly to this DVD, which really do tie in with the theme of this DVD, aren't we? There are certain gemstones that you've got running through these pieces, which I know people are going to want to add on to their order, because I know that you're going to want to be able to make a lot of these pieces up from watching the DVD. So we've got some bundles which are exactly the same gemstones, which are the ones which Rachel has used in these pieces, but we've also got bundles which are inspired by these designs as well, which have got similar gemstones in. Now, the first bundle that I want to share with you is this incredible chalcedony bundle, where you are going to be getting a Gems of Distinction strand of blue chalcedony. Now, such high quality designs like the ones that Rachel has created from this DVD deserve really, really, really high quality gemstones, really, really special gemstones. You've got hand faceted blue chalcedony here from our Gems of Distinction collection. Very, very high quality chalcedony, very high quality finish, very high quality faceting on them. You're also going to be getting a strand of beautiful apple green prehnite. These are in plain rounds, beautiful strand again, with that stunning consistency of colour going all the way through these. And you're also going to be getting, I do beg your pardon, it's green chalcedony, I thought it was green prehnite, I beg your pardon. And you're also going to be getting mystic silver quartz as well in 4mm rounds. Now, Rachel, this bundle here has been inspired by this necklace on the end, hasn't it?
Absolutely. The little 4mm rounds can go to make the little drops on the fuchsias and in the central core of the flowers.
I can see them here, yes.
And the 6mm beads would fit very beautifully up the dragonfly body.
Yes.
There. And then the faceted drops can be inserted and woven into the central part of the large flower.
I see, yes.
So you can use those gemstones to help you form that necklace, and it's got great colourway actually. It's so soft and gentle, and these are sort of wedding pieces and the special day pieces.
Oh, they're showcase pieces, without a shadow of a doubt. If you're wondering where the wire is, we are going to be bringing you a number of different wire bundles throughout this special show, which is just incredible. This particular bundle for you today, it's a gorgeous collection of soft, subtle, calming, soothing colours. The code for this is IYGC13. Get it as quickly as you can. This is your deal today for this incredible bundle. Quality, that's what this masterclass is about. This is what these gemstones are about. This is what this DVD is about. It's about quality, bringing you incredible amounts of quality, bringing you hand-faceted gemstones, the best mystic silver quartz we can, the best green chalcedony that we can, the best gems of distinction strands that we can. And I know from you know, when you do get this DVD, you are going to be inspired by so many of the designs that you see. Now is your chance to get this bundle. You may have already had a chance to watch the DVD. You may have already had a chance to watch the DVD if you've taken advantage of our email offer, in which case you'll know that these gemstones are absolutely perfect to put with those designs. If you're taking advantage of the DVD offer now, which don't forget is $14.95, I would advise you to get these gemstones now, just so you don't get the DVD home. You want to make up the pieces of jewellery straight away, and you don't have the gemstones to utilise those designs with. So make sure you get it as quickly as you can. Well done. So £21.95p for your stunning, 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 beautiful chalcedony and mystic silver quartz bundle there. Lovely. Right, now, the next stunning bundle that I've got here features beautiful Amazonite. Now, there are many, many, many different shapes and sizes on the Amazonite, of Amazonite in this particular bundle, including your stunning bicones of Amazonite, which are just here. Bicones being my absolute favourite shape for any of any gemstone. I just love, love, love Amazonite. It's gorgeous. Now, you're also going to be getting, as well as your bicones, you're also going to be getting beautiful ovals, just gorgeous. So stunning ovals of Amazonite as well. These gorgeous, soothing aqua colours are just beautiful, aren't they? Really, really stunning qualities there. As well as your beautiful ovals of Amazonite, you are also going to be getting faceted rice beads of Amazonite as well. Lovely, lovely, lovely bundle, this one, because you're going to be getting the same gemstone, but just in different states with different facets, with different qualities going through it. And you're also going to be getting a Gems of Distinction strand of Amazonite as well, which features faceted rondelles of Amazonite, all hand faceted in this strand. Now you can see how these gemstones relate to this incredible bundle here. We've got to bring the price on screen. Bundles like this are very, very, very limited in stock, limited in quantity, and that's purely because Amazonite like this does not come along every day. It's a very difficult gemstone to get hold of with this purity of colour. A lot of the times when you see Amazonite, it's got a multicolour quality to it. This is all pure green and pure blue. It's beautiful. Your deal today for this gorgeous Amazonite bundle, have a look at this. Now, for less than £35, you are getting 4 beautiful strands of Amazonite. And like I already say, to bring you these 4 strands of Amazonite, which are all exactly the same in colour and in quality, is almost unseen. It's almost impossible to be able to get Amazonite all of one quality across 4 different strands, because it's such a beautiful multicolour gemstone. So to be able to achieve this, and for such an amazing price, incredible. Now again, like I've already said, if you will be inspired by the designs on Rachel's DVD, don't forget, these designs are all broken down into individual designs. You will see the leaf design. You will see how to create and compile all these incredible pieces to make that necklace there. So you can take different techniques from necklaces, from the tiaras that you will see, from everything from the dragonfly to the bee. You will get so many different ideas from looking at this DVD, and maybe you want to add something else onto this design, maybe a dragonfly into this design. You can do that. You've got to get the DVD though, you've got to have these gemstones, and you've got to have the wire bundles, which we're going to be bringing you as well. So $34.95 for your stunning, beautiful summer necklace Amazonite bundle there. Really, really beautiful there, well done. Now, from one amazing bundle onto the next one. Now, there are certain genuine gemstones out there which I think we can all relate to. There are certain genuine gemstones which I think, even if you know nothing about gemstones, even though you may know nothing about gemstones, you may be brand new to the gem world, there is a certain gemstone which everybody is aware of: amethyst. It's an amazing gemstone, isn't it? Now, Rachel, I know you were inspired by nature, inspired by natural forms when putting this DVD together. Everything from flowers to dragonflies. purple is such a beautiful tone, isn't it, that you see so much in nature. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yes, and it's suitable. I mean, almost everybody loves purple in whatever shades that they like, and that's such a lovely soft tone that it works really well with silver wire, and it's very light and fresh to wear.
Yes.
So it works really well. It's a beautiful gemstone to work with, actually. That's lavender amethyst colour. This is facets as well.
This is such a special bundle, as I don't think, actually I think this is one of the first times I've ever seen lavender amethyst in so many different sizes in one bundle. This is a really, really special bundle. Lavender amethyst is a variety of amethyst that we've only seen very recently on JewelleryMaker, and it gives you the lavender tones that you seldom get in amethyst. Being able to bring it to you in plain, beautiful 6mm rounds is one thing. Being able to bring it to you in 8mm faceted rounds is something else. Bring it to you in 10mm plain rounds. Now that's pretty amazing. But being able to bring you another strand of lavender amethyst. These are 12mm rounds. This is one of the first times I've ever seen a bundle of lavender amethyst where you get everything from 6 to 8 to 10 to 12mm rounds. Now, you've got a colour which is universal, which is going to suit everyone. You've got a gemstone which everyone has heard of. We're going to bring you the price for this bundle fairly quickly, because I know this is going to be easily one of the most popular bundles that we have on today's show, because it is one of the most popular gemstones that we have on JewelleryMaker. Here is your deal today for these 4 strands. Now, under £50 for 4 strands of lavender amethyst. Incredible. What I want to show you now is how beautiful one gemstone can look in a stunning design. Take a look at this necklace. It is undeniably a masterpiece. This is how 6, 8, 10 and 12mm rounds can all be used together. It's incredible, isn't it? Beautiful pieces like this, whether it's being used in bangles, because of course, don't forget, once you've made these leaf designs, you're not limited to just using them in a necklace. Rachel's used them in the necklace, she's used them in the bangle here, and she's used them in this bracelet here, and she's used them in the bangle on the other side as well. You're not limited at all. This is what's so fantastic about today's masterclass. This is what Rachel's going to be talking through. Different ways of using a leaf design, different ways of using all of these incredible components you will find on the DVD, which you can get that 2-hour DVD, don't forget, $14.95. Speak to the call centre or Live Help, we will add that onto your order with pleasure. Now, fantastic deal for a universal gemstone, a gemstone everyone's heard of. This one's going to be very, very popular, so do make sure you get it. Now, I know there's a lot of you out there who have already taken advantage of this incredible DVD offer, whether it's on our email offer or whether it's today. This is the first time we've shown all these pieces on air. As Rachel has been making these pieces over the last few months, because it has taken her months and months and months to put all this incredible collection together, she's been posting photos on Facebook. The response has been amazing. I've been amazed at the designs that Rachel's put together. We all knew that she was a fantastic wire worker, but you know, the designs really are exceptional. Now, where is the wire? Where's the wire? I know. You are all waiting with bated breath for the wire, because the wire is what makes this all possible. Now, I'm going to bring you the first wire work bundle. We're going to bring you 2 wire work bundles, one with silver plated copper wire and one with the rose gold coloured copper wire as well. Now, Rachel, I know you are a huge fan of silver plated copper wire. What is it about this wire that you love so much?
Oh, it's just so classically beautiful, and it has a lovely shining gleam to it. It's beautiful quality. The copper beneath it makes it so malleable, and copper has a very wonderful malleability. It's smooth and has a wonderful movement, but yet it has that sort of silver sheen to it, and it adds quality, that feeling of quality to anything, any jewellery you make.
Because you must have worked with other wire before, Rachel. How does this differ to other wire that you've worked with in the past?
Well, you mean silver wire or... Yes, I mean silver wire, again, it's... you can be more experimental. You can use more wire when you use the copper wire, because obviously silver has enormous cost to it.
Yes, of course it does.
And
yes.
so you can make the big pieces, and then you can focus. If you get it absolutely right, you can make your silver pieces up later on, but it's much more affordable to work with these. Otherwise, you'd be pricing yourself, if you were actually going to sell the pieces on, you'd be charging thousands and thousands of pounds for a solid silver piece.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a whole order less for a silver-plated copper.
See, that's
so
interesting.
Some of these pieces take about 70 or 80 metres of wire in them.
Exactly. This is a much more, you're still getting that precious metal quality, but it's on a much more affordable level. And the quality, because as Rachel quite rightly said a second ago, because it's got that copper base, it makes it even more malleable, even more pliable, a lot more forgiving, and a lot more suitable for what you're going to be seeing on the DVD, which we brought to you today. Now, what are you going to be getting? Okay, everyone wants to know what you're going to be getting. Okay, 100 metres of 1mm gauge silver-plated copper wire. 100 metres. 100 metres of 0.8mm gauge silver-plated copper wire. Okay, so that's already 200 metres of wire you've got there. 1mm gauge, 0.8. 10 metres of, no, actually, I'll do this one first. 15 metres of 0.6mm gauge silver-plated copper wire, and 10 metres of 0.4mm gauge silver-plated copper wire. We're going to bring the price on screen relatively quickly here, because I know we do have hundreds of wire work experts who are going to be watching the show today. So your deal today for 225 metres of wire. I think this is one of the biggest wire deals we've ever offered to you on JewelleryMaker. Get it, add it to your order, because you are going to need a lot of wire for all these incredible pieces. This is your deal today for this incredible quality wire. Really? That's amazing. Sorry, that's really shocking. I was expecting a price point closer to kind of 80, 90. That's amazing. 100 metres of the 1mm. I'm just looking at Rachel there. That's amazing. 100 metres of the 1mm gauge, 100 metres of the 0.8mm gauge, 10 metres of the get it. Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. Sorry, 15 metres of the 0.6 and 10 metres of the 0.4. Now, as you were saying a little bit earlier on, Rachel, you will be using a lot of wire.
Yes.
Throughout these pieces. Can you give me a rough, I mean, how long's a piece of string? Can you give me a rough idea how much wire you've used across these three pieces here, or across one of the necklaces?
The big dragonfly necklace, I would say sort of 80 to 100 metres.
Okay.
And with that one, I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably about 10. You could probably get
10,000 metres.
10 metres of the 1mm. So you're still going to have 90 metres left on your reel.
That's amazing.
And then you're going to be using about sort of 15 metres of the 0.6. And I didn't use any 0.4 in that.
So actually, across this necklace, relatively small amounts of wire.
Yes, actually, it's not too bad, because I've gone for quite gem heavy, really. When
you certainly have.
You've almost got a strand of gemstones running through as the core.
Yeah, you do.
So it helps space out the wire there. It's really nice, actually, because you've got a lot of gemstones and a lot of wire together, and it doesn't feel too heavy.
Well, that surprised me. That's incredible, isn't it? Wow. So you can be as heavy or as light on the wire work as you want, depending on whether you want to make the huge dragonfly piece, which we'll come back to a little bit later on the show, or whether it's going to be something like this, which has got lots and lots of gemstone carat weight. Because of course, I'm making the connection now. If you use lots of gemstones, you're going to be using less wire, so there's more wire to go around. So the more gemstones you can add to these kind of pieces, the better. Maybe you can be more economical with your wire, and vice versa. You can be more economical with your gemstones if you use more wire. So everyone's a winner, whether you want to be more heavy with your gems or more heavy with your wire. It's completely up to you. This has got to be one of the biggest wire work bundles I think we've ever bought you on JewelleryMaker. 100 metres of the 100 metres of the 1mm gauge, 100 metres of the 0.8mm gauge. This is all silver plated, don't forget. 15 metres of your 0.6 and 10 metres of your 0.4mm gauge, silver plated copper wire. Brilliant. Right, now, we're moving on now to what we're going to see Rachel demonstrate with in the masterclass part of the show. because we do have loads and loads of demos to show you on today's show as well. This isn't just us showing off beautiful pieces of jewellery and showing the DVD. We're going to see fantastic demos. So I hope you're recording this show, because it is going to be wonderful. It's going to inspire us all. I've already made kind of mental notes of what I want to get. Now, this bundle includes beautiful autumnal colours, colours which you do see in nature all the time. Let's start off by showing you a beautiful strand of red crackled agate faceted 8mm rounds. These are gorgeous, aren't they? Beautiful faceted gemstones here. And you get that kind of berry colour, you get that gorgeous kind of hot sunset and sunrise colour there. Definitely colours that you see in nature. You're also going to be getting mookaite. Now, this gemstone is amazing. Not only is it massively multicoloured, it's completely natural. And it's a one locational gemstone all the way from the Mooka Creek in Australia. This is such a delight. Mookaite in 6mm faceted rounds. And the great thing about this, you're getting every single colour from creams to yellows to pinks to maroons to browns to mustards. There really is every single colour that you see in kind of, well, that you see in nature represented in this strand, apart from your greens. You're getting all those gorgeous kind of clay colours and all those reds. It's beautiful, isn't it? And it's natural, which is amazing. And it's a colour of the Australian outback. It's one of those gemstones that actually looks like where it's from. It's really, really special gemstone. The fact that it's faceted is lovely, isn't it? Next strand, 10mm faceted rounds of mookaite. Again, natural, again, one locational. And then another strand of mookaite. These are beautiful faceted rice beads here. These are about 16 by 9mm in diameter. I can't wait to see what Rachel makes with these. Another beautiful strand of mookaite. So 3 strands of mookaite here and your red agate. Now, we are going to go over in just a few seconds and see fantastic demonstrations with Rachel. If you want to be inspired by any of the techniques and demos that you're going to see with Rachel today, you're going to need to get this bundle. If you want to make the kind of pieces of jewellery that Rachel is going to make over the next half an hour, then you're going to need to come in and get this bundle. Today, your deal for this gorgeous mookaite and red agate bundle is this. Have a look at this. Fantastic. Get it, add it to your order. What a stunning strand selection. And the great thing is your mookaite strands are going to be completely unique, because it is a unique gemstone, it's a natural gemstone, and it's yours for keeps. Right, it's finally time. I can't wait for this. We're going to go over now and see some incredible demonstrations with Rachel. This is going to be brilliant. I know that every single one of you watching the show right now is going to be inspired. It's going to be wonderful. I'm bigging you up, Rachel. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Carol.
Oh, now she tells us that she's forgotten all of her wire.
Right, where do I start?
Wow. What are you going to be showing us,
well, I'm going
Rachel?
to talk you through the assembly of the autumn leaf necklace with the mookaite. So
Perfect.
I'll talk you through in stages. If we have time to do the bracelet, we will, but I think we'll stick to the necklace if we've got, I want to give it enough time to show one piece well.
So this is the necklace that we're going to be seeing techniques on, and we're going to be seeing demos on, and you're essentially going to be showing us how you can create these leaves and how you can use them in different ways.
Yes.
Which is going to be fascinating.
I was actually inspired by a painting of my mother's, and she did a beautiful tumbling autumn leaf painting. Lovely. And so I've tried to create that almost swirl of leaves blowing in the wind, a feeling of movement and formation there. And this technique isn't, although I make leaves in the DVD, this is a slightly varied technique, adding beads through and
it's gorgeous.
a bit more detail.
Stunning. Right, Rachel?
Right, so first of all, we're going to talk through making the sides of the necklace.
Okay.
And so I'll do detail making the clasp first of all. Mm-hmm. So actually I have used 0.8 wire, so I fibbed and I did actually use 0.8 wire in this. I know. And the lengths you need for the clasp, they made the 0.8 millimetre wire made on the small gizmo mandrel. In fact, actually, it's not quite the smallest, but the small on the standard one, it's 1.6 millimetre big. I'm just going to quickly measure this length. I think it's about, bear with me, sorry, 30 mils and, yes, okay, 3 centimetres and 4 centimetre lengths.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to quickly make the clasp, and then we'll move on to forming the sides. So first of all, placing one of the faceted mookites there, the central gemstone.
You've got one of the larger ones there, one of the 10 mils, yeah. Lovely.
I'm just going to start to make a little curve. And I'm not going to quite finish this loop up yet. I'm just going to take it up to there. I'm going to use that later.
Lovely.
Then I'm just going to make the clasp end, which actually, do you know what, I've done something very silly. That's because I was getting panicked and not focusing. Is always, when you're making things, don't forget you've got other things to add them onto. Okay, right. So I've made a side already, and I'm going to make a few links for the other side just to show you. But that's a sort of linkage on one side of the necklace. I'm going to show you a couple of those.
Perfect, okay. Yeah, lovely.
But don't forget you've got other things to add in. So when you're making these loops, add
It was
them
a
in.
deliberate mistake there, Rachel, wasn't it?
Yes, I've done it so many times, and we all have, haven't we?
Oh yeah,
Take it once
absolutely.
round and leave it, because I want to just secure this end of the clasp.
Okay.
I'm going to trim it down to about, let's say, about 2 centimetres, using nice flush cutter pliers, if you've got them, or the cutters in your standard kits, which work really well anyway. Then using the round nose pliers, just make a little curl at the end.
Nice,
And we're just going to make that. And curl it up so it's quite tight, and this coil then fits tight against the...
Ah, yeah, perfect.
I think, and then use the flat nose pliers just to squash this little coil flat.
That's going to help work harden it as well, isn't it?
It is, and if you want to make it really work hardened, you can just twist that wire.
Oh, nice.
Because you're not hammering
Good tip.
it, you can actually twist it and it'll make it even more work hardened like that. With this remaining loop of wire, you're bringing this round once and then across to the other side, so almost you've got one wire one side, one the other, and then bring the wire round and work it up the loop that you've got. So one little wrap,
lovely,
and another little wrap, and I'll take it up 3 or 4 times and then cut and trim. So I'm trimming to a length of about 2 centimetres, and then use the round nose pliers just to curl that back down round. You can either tuck this in or you can curl it back down.
Oh, I think curling it back down is really nice. It just gives that little final flourish, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? And it just has that bit of detail. And as long as you've got it all consistent through the piece, it adds to your detail flow, and just flow through the piece. Just squash this in and then shape the clasp. And we've got the clasp done. Gorgeous. Make it into little shepherd's hooks. That's one side.
Lovely. Now you'll notice here Rachel's using the antique bronze coloured copper wire. Feel free to use whatever wire you've got. If you want to use the silver wire, use that. But I do have a special bundle for you here, which is just beautiful. Now this is what I describe as a rose gold coloured wire. And you're going to be getting another gigantic wire work bundle here, which includes 100 metres of the 0.1mm gauge wire, 100 metres of the 0.8mm gauge wire, 100 metres of the 0.6, and a further 100 metres of the 0.4. This is the biggest wire bundle I've ever seen on JewelleryMaker. There's 400 metres of wire here. I think this goes really well with the mooncake, don't you think, Rachel?
Actually, yes, actually, because it's got that soft copper tone. If you've got a strand of them, just
the
to show,
yeah.
Next to it, you can actually see how beautifully actually it does go. Look,
isn't that
absolutely
beautiful? 400 metres of wire here, 100 in the 1, 100 in the 0.8, 100 in the 0.6 and 100 in the 0.4, and this is your price today for 400 metres of wire. That is tremendous. That is going to last and last and last and last and last you. So by all means, if you want to be if you want to use other wire with this, then feel free to go for it, because Rachel's obviously using the antique bronze colour copper wire here. You can use silver, you can use gold, or you can use the copper wire. Fantastic. Make it your own. Right, Rachel.
Right, the next, I'm just going to quickly show you how to make one of the connectors. They're slightly different sizes, so I'll just show you the different sizes because I've got one as a loop end connector to fit the hook and clasp through.
Oh, I see, yes.
So you'll need 3 for this side, because actually it'll fit through like that.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah.
So this is a slightly shorter side.
Okay.
So I'm just going to show you one of the connectors, but
yeah,
the
lovely.
end one has a slightly longer loop. That's about 2 to 3 centimetres, or 25 millimetres long, and that's about 4 millimetres long, and that makes the loop at the end of the clasp, which I've just, I don't know where I put that. Oh yeah, there.
So one's about 25, one's about 40.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
lovely.
so I'm just going to make up one of the little connectors, or make the loop end, just to show us that. So this is quite similar to the way we made the hook end of the clasp.
Okay.
But we're going to make the loop end of the clasp. And you just scale that down to make the connector. You'd have both ends, both sides a small length. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So it's very similar, forming a loop, and do one.
It's lovely using this wire as a core, isn't it? It really allows you to get those shapes.
Yes, and it holds its shape. Once you put it in position, it's really
Beautiful.
good actually. And then the other side, another little loop over. Doing this quite quickly, so I want to move on to the leaf in a minute. Okay, and loop round once and leave it. And notice I'm pushing up with my fingers just to help sort of slightly work hard on this wire, because I want it to stay where it is.
Yeah.
Now, bringing one wire round over the mookaite bead, hold with your thumb over the bead, and then place it above the first wire twist on this side.
Yes.
And hold it and leave it there. Remember to hold with the loop that you're actually working with, otherwise it will twist round.
Ah,
so
good tip, yes.
Twist your hands round, or turn round the piece round, twist the wire over, and then start to wrap this side up. We're going to do that same loop detail.
Yes, lovely.
At the end. And I've already done a little cowl for myself.
That's lovely. It's going to give it strength, it's going to give it structure, and it's going to add to the design. You're always adding to the design. But you can do as much of this or as little of this as you like. It's all about being being organic with these pieces.
That's it. So that's the loop connector, or the end connector for your clasp. So you've got those all assembled now. So we're going to move on to make the leaves. But just to quickly show you, so you've got it in shot, the actual two sides of the necklace that you need to make.
All the connectors.
Okay. Now, moving on, we're going to go straight on to how to make the leaves.
Stunning. Okay.
Thank you.
So this is all about getting all these pieces made, getting them all ready, so you can then combine them all together to make that incredible piece.
Yes.
It's like weighing out ingredients almost, isn't it?
You sit and make your five leaves, basically, and you need, which way up? You need 2 leaves of this shape and 3 leaves of the mirror image shape, just to make sure.
Over here, Rach. There you go. Perfect.
Is that the right way up? Or
Yeah.
is it up? Yeah. So like that. So basically 2 of that shape and 3 of the mirror image shape to make up the flow of the necklace.
Lovely. Okay. You are so organised, Rachel. This is lovely.
I'm taking about 1 metre of wire.
Thereabouts, maybe a little bit more.
Start making the leaf up. Now, what you can do is work from a drawing like this, and so that all your leaves are the same, because we're not doing the symmetrical leaf. We're doing a leaf that curves round, and they need to fit together in a jigsaw puzzle pattern. So I've done this, and I will give it to, as a PDF to upload, so that you can put it on
our Facebook page. Yeah, that'll be really
so that
useful.
people can print them out, and then they can make their leaf shapes alongside.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for that, Rachel. That'd be lovely.
So leaving about 20 centimetres at one end of the wire, using the flat nose plier, we're just going to start to make the leaf shape. And I've moved my thumb and just started to make that leaf shape.
Lovely.
I'm just going to take this away.
I'm trying to think what this leaf looks like. It looks like a leaf from a sycamore tree.
Well, it's a leaf. It's a leaf.
It's just a leaf, Carol.
And I'm just going to make this leaf formation.
I like the thought of you doing the same kind of thing, maybe using a maple leaf kind of design. That would be nice. You could really
any leaves.
Yeah.
Any leaf shape. And it's oak leaves. Imagine holly leaves at Christmas,
oak leaves,
or
yes.
Oak leaves for autumn and holly leaves at Christmas. You can make these sort of wonderful pieces.
Oh, you could, couldn't you?
So save some of the red coral that's coming on at the moment, and get them in some gold wire.
Definitely, yes.
Now this side, I'm actually should actually be making a kind of slightly hook-like formation for this leaf. Can you see how I'm doing it? And then bringing this round. And I'm going to just what you need to do then, I haven't made this beautifully, but there we go.
Lovely.
And then holding with your fingers or pliers, depending on what you feel like your fingers are strong enough, just wrap this round once. And don't worry if it deforms, just to bring it back.
That's a good thing about this wire, it's very forgiving.
Yeah, that's it. As long as you don't mark it too much, because you're going to be threading some mookaite onto it. Next thing I do, I've made my leaf shape.
Right.
Okay. And I'm just going to hammer it.
Okay.
With some wire.
Details
Can
for
I
the
hammer on here?
Yes, of course you can. Yeah, yeah. Details for the gemstone bundle at the bottom of your screen, just so you know. If you want to have that to order of £26.95p for your mookaite and for your red agate. Stunning.
I've cut this leaf to this end to slightly more manageable length, and you just literally hammer it just to add strength, so that when you work with the wire, you're not going to deform it too much out of shape. It will pull out of shape a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. So there's the leaf shape all hammered. So moving on. Yes. What you need to do is thread on the mookaite. And what we're going to do is anchor this in shape, threading the end bit round.
Lovely.
And then pulling it into shape.
So you've put the 6mm mookites on here now.
The end of the leaf. Now this is all ready that we can actually start weaving in a shape like this. We want to be making these veins of the leaf. That's the word.
Lovely.
Again, taking about, I would say, 2 meters of wire.
Okay.
And work with that. And
what gauge of wire is this, Rachel?
That's 0.6, and you could use 0.4 if you had smaller beads. You make it scaling this down for earrings or something like that. The 0.6 adds the strength. So using the central part of about 2 meters of wire, wrap this a couple of times around the top of the leaf.
Okay.
Okay. And then you're going to start to fix the wire by wrapping it around the top.
So that's just helping to anchor it, yeah? Lovely.
And wrapping around the frame.
Ah, fantastic. So you're kind of coiling around the thicker gauge wire with the thinner gauge. That's really nice.
Yes, and we're just starting to encase it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start showing you the first couple of veins, and then what we're going to do is we'll skip to the end of a leaf, because I want to show you how to attach them all together.
Sure.
So I'm just going to show you, you need, with a leaf, the veins don't just come straight out.
Right.
They travel some distance diagonally down, so we just need to make sure that happens when you make your leaf. So don't just sort of thread them straight across. They have to have a little bit of a diagonal line to it. But we're going to imagine I've gone along enough, and I'm just going to show you a couple of passes.
So you just go down as far as the first vein?
Yes, the first gap between the beads, pass the wire through and back round.
Would you mind just showing that to the camera, Rachel, just so we can see that?
I will just do it for
there you go.
There and back. Now what we're doing is we're not doing a figure of 8 weave. We're almost doing like let's do it on the next one. We're passing the wire either side. Okay. I'm just going to have to go around the frame a little bit more.
No,
basically
that's fine.
What you're doing with the other side, you're doing the same, but passing it. You're just doing exactly the same on the other side, just passing it in between the space.
Okay.
Now I'm going to imagine I've travelled down enough, which I haven't, but you know, I think for time, I think we've got to pass it behind the bead so it stays all one side.
Yep, we can see that.
Okay. Pass the wire around. Now, you don't want to start passing it up the other side quite yet. Bring it back up towards the frame, and then wrap round.
Ah, I see.
So you're forming, it's quite a strong structure when you've got it's almost like a keel of a boat, that feeling of the structure.
I know exactly what you mean, yes. So you're doing one side of the leaf first, so you're not doing one side then the other side and alternating, you're just doing one side of the leaf, correct?
Yes,
Is that right?
you can actually, you can do it either way. You can go all the way down one side and then you can start weaving in on the other side, or you can you can do them both at the same time. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Well, the only thing that you've got to do is just make sure that as you pull that wire tight, that you're not distorting the, I'm just going to go strictly.
The shape, yes.
Yes, because you quite easily, if you pull too hard one side and it's got too much tension, when I've given the central vein a curve, if you've noticed, when I put it in, because I wanted to add interest and movement to the design rather than make it straight down, which is what I should have said when I was making that bit. Now this side, you just pass through the other side.
Okay.
In the same way. I'll just quickly show you one pass formation.
Yeah,
and then we're going to move
absolutely,
on to
Rachel. That'd be lovely to see.
Sorry, there's lots of wire in the way. And then pop this round, and this you don't necessarily each time have to twist it all round it, round it, and once round the back. You can just literally feed it round.
Okay.
Because I'll actually snip that out of the way. Feed it round.
Slot it in.
Yeah, slot it in, and it almost catches as you pull tight.
Yeah.
And you've got that vein formation. Now I want you to carry on all the way up the sides till we get to the nearly finished piece.
Which looks a little bit like this.
Yes, I'll just show you. This bit can be a bit awkward.
No.
Okay, this bit can be a bit awkward because you tend to pull these in as you go, and you've got a small gap in between.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to quickly show how we do these last few little bits. I weave quite quickly now, but when you're first doing this, just take a bit of time to place the wire carefully next to each other as you wrap round. You can see what I'm doing.
Okay. So if you tip it a bit towards the camera, Rachel, just so we can see that. Sorry. So you're just finishing off this piece. You need to imagine you've gone up down one side and the other side, and you're just finishing this off. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good. And what you need to do is, as you place the wire, push it up with your fingers so it's tight against the previous one, just so that you make sure there's no gaps, because it doesn't matter if there's gaps, but you want the piece to look neat. And back round here, and then when you finish to get to this point, it can get a bit tight, so I'm just showing you that you can just put little pliers in.
That helps just to loosen this off a bit.
Loosen it. If you've got these, you've got even more finer leverage, and just wiggle the wire in and keep on going, and do that for the other side too, until you get to the end. So I'm just going to get to the end. I'm going to pretend.
And you get that lovely finish.
Yes. When you do get to the end, because I really want to show you putting the leaves together.
Yeah.
Wind the wire around the end of the leaf.
Okay.
And then trim in and cut off. Just make sure you've got no sharp edges. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to do, so you do that the same for the other side, so you've got a nice.
So you've still got the thicker gauge wire going through the centre of the leaf, but you've trimmed off the 0.6 millimetre gauge wires
you need
now.
this for the linkage
formation.
Yes. Right, what we're going to do is join the leaves together, and to be honest, you can choose your pattern. You can either have 3 in a row or 5 in a row. It depends on how many leaves you want. But
depending on the piece of jewellery you're making.
3 central leaves are the most important part of the design, basically, because we want that sort of tumble of leaves to be in place. So
lovely.
What I'm going to do is just get 3 leaves, and just make sure that if you study the photograph carefully, you'll see which leaves fit into place. So I've got one of those.
Shall I move these gizmos over for you, Rachel? Do you need those yet?
Right, one of those. Sorry. And then I need.
So this is all about getting all your pieces ready, getting your leaves ready, so you can then go towards and make that bangle or that necklace, and you can put those 3 leaves together or those 5 leaves together, however you want to do it. Rachel's merely showing you how to make the components and how you put it together. You can be inspired by the designs which Rachel's showing us today, or you can make something completely different. You could just leave us 2 leaves on a much smaller scale, which you make into a beautiful pair of earrings, or you can go all out and make this stunning necklace, which Rachel's demonstrating on now. It really is entirely up to you. However you want to do it is going to be the right way to do it. Okay, fantastic.
We're going to just show the finishing of the bottom end of the leaf and one of the junctions. Okay, so using the large gizmo mandrel, start to wind. Do you know what? Can I just bear with me? I'm going to get
no, go for it.
Because I want you all to get the lengths of the wire exactly the same.
Right. Okay.
So I've got one standard little bit of wire that I use to make sure that I trim the ends of the wire.
I love it.
All the same.
Yeah. Okay.
And
perfect.
that's about 4.5 centimetres long.
Perfect.
So that just helps me as a quick.
So you're using it as a ruler.
Yeah.
As a guideline.
Absolutely so. And that means then all your coils will look standard and the same.
Yeah. Lovely.
Now, using the large gizmo mandrel from the standard gizmo, just wind this around a couple of times to start to get the design. Actually, what I should have done, I've done it the wrong way around. You actually trim that after you've done the coil. So forgive me.
That's okay.
Leave that 4.5 centimetre length afterwards.
Okay.
Okay, so I did get that wrong.
That's all right.
But then start to coil with the round nose pliers until you've got your little spiral. And this is the optional bit. If you've got a hammer and block, just hammer this spiral nice and flat so it gives a nice spiral, flat, beautiful finish. Okay, and you can pull that little spiral out. And you've got that beautiful bottom of the leaf there.
Ah, right.
You see,
okay.
They almost look like little tendrils or
they do, yes, they're lovely.
Now, the main thing to do when you're doing your links together is to just make sure that you've assembled this properly so that it balances and hangs right. And the little links I've made on the very small gizmo mandrel of the on the 5 gizmo
mandrel gizmo.
Yes, which is just over 1 millimetre. It's big. It's about 1.2 millimetres wide, and you can wind it on your own 1 millimetre wire if you've got it. But I made it on that, okay, and cut it to about 2 centimetre length.
2 centimetres, yeah.
And so we're going to make a little linkage between. Now here we're just going to pass it between the leaf about 3 notches up on the base.
Okay.
So.
Perfect.
Okay, slide that on.
Yeah.
If you find that space is too small, use the round nose pliers just to make that space a bit bigger, because you would just want it to slide in nicely.
So you can still adapt.
Yes, yeah, the leaf. And then pass that in and make the loop. Just passed it through the middle bit of the wire.
There you go.
Round again. And what we're going to do is exactly the same thing, and I'm going to do it properly this time. We're not going to trim off too much because that was a bit I just want to show you how nice the spirals are. So round a couple of times to secure it, and then use the larger gizmo mandrel from the standard again, a couple of times round. 1, 2, and 3. You can push these together if you feel that they're separating. Take it out. Use the standard bit of wire just to trim to length, and then coil back up. So you've got that first link formation there. And what you do then is assemble the rest of the leaf as shown on the pictures and diagrams, so that you've got this 5-leaf formation, or the 3-leaf formation is absolutely fine. And then use exactly the same technique to join together these sides to the top of the necklace. And it depends on how much time we've got. We'll just progress until we've got no more time left. But that's basically what you do to actually form the necklace.
That's lovely.
So we've got our first link made, and basically, pull that on there. There we are. And then that fits together like so. So you've got another 3 links to fit those 3 base leaves together. That's all you need.
Fantastic.
3 little links, and then you need 1, 2, 3, 4 links to join the next 2, and then you've got 2 final links to join on the side. So would you like me to show you now the link through, or join you on the sides, or what would you like me to do, Carol?
Well, whatever you can show us that you think is going to be beneficial for people who are going to be making these incredible designs. We've got about 5 minutes, if you'd like, whatever you'd like to show us,
I think
Rachel.
what I'll do, I'll show you the final assembly.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
So you've got, again, just study this just to show you where you put the links, and just make sure that before you, because you know how to do each link, you know how to twirl, you know to hammer, it's just placing these links absolutely in the right place so that it sits and hangs and balances properly. So the best thing to do is study this diagram and just study exactly where the links go, or study this image, and you can bend it into shape if you do feel it's not quite right. You know, you can still, these are still malleable, you can actually move them and move things out if you don't feel it's balanced.
And I think it's lovely how your practical kind of hinging on this piece is actually really beautifully decorative as well. So you can make these kind of very, very practical parts of the necklace actually very, very decorative and really, really beautiful, and make them part of the design.
Exactly, I didn't show you actually the hinging. Because this can be quite tight, you can actually use the flat nose pliers just in that space, just to widen that space and make it actually a bit more fluid, a bit rounder, so that actually helps that joint.
Helps that movement, yes, exactly.
And just I think, how are we doing?
Yeah.
What we might do is just add one of these sides on.
Yeah, lovely, that'd be nice to see.
Then we're fine. So remember, I'm using a larger gauge made on the 1.6 millimeter mandrel to match in with these links on the sides. Just that these last two are slightly different to the ones we've used all the way through the necklace, because we wanted to use smaller sizes to fit through the gaps in between the leaves. So again, loop round, holding with your thumb and finger, holding that loop tight on so it doesn't slip up the wire. Wrap round, and doing exactly the same thing with that it's a lovely effect. It just beautifully finishes off that leaves. Now, if you want to, you can bind in gemstones at the top, for example.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
You know, and make like holly berries or leaves of berries.
That's a lovely idea. See, isn't that gorgeous?
And then again, keeping that length exactly the same. Just trim, spiral, and hammer. That's it.
See, this is wonderful. All of these techniques which you've seen Rachel do today, you can apply to different pieces of jewellery. The DVD, which we've obviously brought to you today, which is this fantastic new DVD. Hopefully this is going to be the first of many, Rachel. Although I know it's taken you a long time to put together.
It took about 3 months to get all the pieces ready, and then film it, and then edit it, and then get it all processed. So it's taken now. Really, I started in February, all the preparations. So we're now June, July. Yes, it's taken all that time to get it organised.
You see, this is the fantastic thing about this DVD, and the similarities between the DVD here and the demos that you've seen Rachel do today is the fact that she's shown you this leaf technique, she's shown you this leaf design. You can apply it to necklaces, bracelets, earrings. You can assemble it however you like, and this is what this DVD really focuses on, showing you the actual components which you can make, whether it's going to be leaves, whether it's going to be dragonflies, and then you can create those pieces and connect those pieces together in the way that Rachel does it on the DVDs, or in your own way. And that's the wonderful thing about this. We can all aspire to make beautiful pieces like this. It's a fantastic DVD, Rachel. I really
thank you very much.
It's going to be a wonderful success.
I hope everyone enjoys and everyone enjoys it. I've worked so hard for everything.
You clearly have, yes.
I put my heart and soul into it for everybody.
You really have. A fantastic DVD here. Now, you've got the finished piece here. You've got the finished piece here. You've shown us how to connect these leaves together. Let's just quickly talk, and unfortunately, hopefully on a later masterclass, we'll be able to see how you can actually use these pieces. Make these bracelets. But look how Rachel has used exactly the same leaf with exactly the same technique that you've just seen, but applied it to a wire bangle and a bracelet as well. It just shows you how versatile
That's all I've done with that is made the leaf more balanced, but you could make it sort of a diagonally shaped leaf as well. But,
It is fantastic. You can apply these different shapes, these different components to so many hundreds and hundreds of different pieces of jewellery. If you do want to add anything else onto your order, go to our website, have a look at the antique bronze wire, have a look at different gemstones which you might want to add to this. This isn't set in stone. You don't have to just use the components which we brought you in today's show. You can be as innovative as you like. And I'll tell you what, Rachel, I can't wait to see the Wall of Fame entries that we have and the Facebook entries that we have over the next few weeks. People who've been directly inspired by your DVD.
And tag me when you post, so I don't miss things. I want to comment, be able to comment and add support as well, and add my congratulations to people who've made the pieces as well.
Fantastic. And Rachel will be on hand to offer you any advice, you know, if she has time, because I know she's very, very busy. But we will, you know, if you do get stuck, get stuck on a particular technique, make sure that you contact Rachel, because she's there to help you as well. She is one of our wire work experts, but she's also there to help you as well. Fantastic DVD, Rachel. This really is a true inspiration, and if you have time, make another one. It's been brilliant having you with us today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Rachel. It's been fabulous having you with us today, and I know we've all been inspired. Get jewellery making, because this is an amazing, amazing project to work on. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.